Zoe here, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. If you've watched my other videos, you know I recently rebought everything in the Cute Girl collection because it's pretty much my favourite collection of all time. So I've rebought everything for the second time, repurchased everything for the second time I should say. And I was looking through it and I thought, you know what, I want to try and make a masculine or male oriented layout. Now, you know, if you watch my channel regularly, you know my opinions on this subject. Gender has no freaking colour. No colour. Florals, whatever, doesn't matter. That is not tied to gender. However, I know that not everybody feels that way. So I thought I would show how I can use a collection that's aimed specifically at a girl for a boy layout, and I'm going to keep it quite boyish, which is, I know it's not like me, you know, I'll use pink on boy layouts and I use my florals and I don't care, but if you're wanting something a little more traditional, I thought this could be a fun way to approach a collection that isn't designed for the purpose I'm using it for, or something like that anyway. So you can see I've pulled out some of the more gender neutral tones in the collection. I've pulled out this beautiful minty green, and I've pulled out the grey with triangle polka dot design, and I'm just going to layer these up onto the left hand side. It's actually starting quite similar to yesterday's layout. Clearly I was feeling that sort of linear down the side of the layout thing this week. That's just how I wanted to do my layouts, apparently. So I have these photos of my son dressed in a Pikachu onesie. I've mentioned before that Rafferty is on the spectrum, and he has some pretty epic sensory stuff going on, and he hated this suit. He hated it. He couldn't stand the feel of it, but his big brother and his sister also have a Pikachu onesie and they were wearing theirs, so he essentially forced himself to deal with the texture of this suit so that he could match his brother and sister, and I thought that was pretty adorable actually. So I thought I'd document it. So you can see I'm going through the 6x6 pad here just to find anything that essentially doesn't have pink. That's pretty much where I'm going. No pink on the layout is pretty much the grand sum of my thoughts here. So I'm going to pick some papers and just layer them up really roughly. I'm not taking any real care. The only care I'm taking is to make sure none of my corners line up, because I don't want any of them to line up at all. But other than that, yeah, keeping it fairly loose. No real thought to where I'm placing things beyond, you know, making sure it doesn't look awful against the eye. So I'm going to take this beautiful polka dot vellum, which actually breaks my no pink on the layout rule, but I wanted to add in just that fun little pop of extra colours because I'm keeping the rest of it quite muted and quite strict to the rest of the tones that I've picked out for this layout. I thought adding just a really thin pop of the colour would work quite well. Now I love this strip of black paper, but it just does not work. It's too bold, too vivid, excuse me, and it just doesn't work with the layout at all, so I do not end up using that. Instead I go through my tiny phrase stickers, and I have these sort of clear stickery things. They're from an older Pink Paisley collection, and they've been in my stash forever, and I never ever used them. I think they came in a couple of separate kits a couple of years ago, and I never used them because they're too see-through, and I don't like how they look on layouts. So I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna use the whole freaking sheet as a layout, as a layer for my photo. And I know some of you will be cringing because I'm using up the whole thing, and I could have technically just cut around and saved some of them, but honestly they have been in my stash forever and I haven't used them. So I am perfectly content to use them in this way, because at least they are getting used and they are not sitting around in my stash unloved. That's my philosophy for this year, is to use the stuff I buy, because my stash a couple of years ago was obscene. It was genuinely obscene, and I wasn't using hardly any of it. I was hoarding the whole lot and constantly waiting for this perfect photo or perfect layout to use this, whatever item. I'm not doing that anymore. If I'm buying things, I'm using them and I'm getting them down, because there's always another collection. There's always another perfect paper or another perfect embellishment that you're going to want to save for the perfect photo. And if you if you keep on that way, or if I kept on that way, I would have stashed stuff in every single room of the house. It would have been crazy. So yeah, that was a bit of a seeg off in a different direction, wasn't it? So I'm gonna go through the ephemera pack just to see if there's anything I want to use. And straight away I came across this beautiful vellum crown, not vellum, acetate crown, which I thought would be pretty perfect. And because it's got a sort of black outliney feel to it, I think it'll work really, really well with the one of the rubber charms, which is a heart with a sort of black outline. But before I get to that, I'm just going to keep going through the ephemera to see if there's anything else, and there isn't. So I'm going to pick the heart rubber charm, which works really, really well against that crown, and I'm going to use that as well. And then I'm going to have a look through the sticker sheet, see if there's anything on there I want to use. And I know that the gold adorable phrase, see, I tried all that black sticker up there and it's too jarring. I don't know why I thought that would work. I do end up taking that back up. I picked this sticker. Really wanted to use it because it matched the yellows in the suit so well, but I just could not make that work. It wouldn't fit into my tight little cluster that I wanted. But the adorable gold foil sticker, which I'm peeling up now, is what I'm going to use as my title. Now I know I want to keep it again very tight to the photo cluster, so I'm just trying to decide which side I want it to sit on, and I opt for the left hand side. So I'm just going to use my Tonic Studios pokey tool just to poke out all the bits of sticker that hadn't initially come up. I hate that. It's so time consuming to take out those little bitty bits of sticker, and they always stick to your fingers, and then you find them stuck to your bum and in your hair. Or is that just me? It might be just me. I have been known to walk into the village, to the local shops with stickers in my hair or on my butt or whatever. So yeah, it might just be me. Maybe everybody else has got their stuff together a bit better than I have. So you saw I just took the protective backing off that crown there. I just used my pokey tool to poke it up from one corner so that I can peel it off. And I'm just going through again with a sticker sheet, and then I find this beautiful blue phrase sticker, but I wanted it to sit across the photo frame there. So I've just popped a foam dot underneath one side so that it sits at the right angle across the photo. I've stapled on the crown, and I haven't stapled the heart yet because I'm going to add some more bits and pieces yet. So I didn't want to staple it down before I was certain that it was going to stay exactly where I'd put it. So on the sticker sheet there's a lot of different multicoloured like little bits of stars and bits and pieces like that. So I'm just using those, and I come across a beautiful yellow and gold number 3, and RAF is 3 in this photograph, so I figured that would work really, really well. So I pop that down in the bottom right hand corner. And I'm just going to have another look through the sticker sheet. I know there's a sticker, oh there it is, the sticker with a black outline that matches the puffy the rubber heart that I've got in the bottom right there. So I pop that in as well to give that nice third element of that outlined embellishment. So there's several of them. And now I've gone on to the epoxy stickers now. What are they called? Puffy stickers. The name escaped me for a second there. And I'm just adding 3 elements of those as well. And trying to keep things in 3s just because it helps keep things in a nice visual triangle. So that's why I'm adding 3s of everything. And then I know I want to pop something in that top corner, and none of the stickers I had were going to work, and I didn't want that sort of flag feel, so I found this scrap in my 6x6 paper scraps folder, and I thought it would make a beautiful pop of corner. So, oh, my stapler's run out of staples, so I thought I would peel back the white corner and just have that little pop of yellow showing through from the scrap on the back, which looks really, really pretty and really effective, and it adds another little element of interest to the design. And I know I usually don't use a ruler for my journaling, but I wanted it to be relatively straight, just for once, just, you know, for no reason other than I felt like it would look best straight. So I've added another puffy sticker, 2 puffy stickers around the journaling, just to draw them into the cluster of the photo, the journaling into the cluster of the photo, I mean. And I think I'm looking, and I think that's about good. So I'm going to add some colour swap. No, Heidi Swap Colour Shine. It's neither Heidi Shine nor Colour Swap, Zoe. Get it together. I've added in blue and yellow, butter yellow, which is one of my favourites in this line, and just a little sprinkling of both. And then I look at the layout and I think, yeah, but that white area just feels really, really stark to me. So I'm going to add just a little doodly border just to bring it in, and the doodly border works really well because of the crown and the rubber heart there. So it will bring it in and not feel quite so floaty across the expanse of white. It just felt a little bit too white. Is that a thing? Can it feel too white? But it did. And then I'm going to add some faux stitching down one side of the grey paper with my journaling pen, just little dash lines really, really quickly down that side. Again, it just adds that little bit of interest and stops the page feeling so floaty across away from where the cluster is. And that's about it. I don't do anything else to this layout, and I really, really love it. I think it looks really, really cute, and it works really well for Rafferty, and it doesn't look like I used a girly collection, which is exactly what I wanted. So let me know what you think down below. Leave me a thumbs up if you like this video, and I'll be back tomorrow with another one. See you then. Bye!